Hi, today we have a reading from A Course in Miracles. This is Chapter 9, The Acceptance of the Atonement, Section 6, The Acceptance of Your Brother. And there was a lot of good stuff to sink into deeply as I went through this section. Okay, paragraph 1. How can you become increasingly aware of the Holy Spirit in you, except by His effects? You cannot see Him with your eyes, nor hear Him with your ears. How then can you perceive Him at all? If you inspire joy, and others react to you with joy, even though you are not experiencing joy yourself, there must be something in you that is capable of producing it. If it is in you and can produce joy, and if you see that it does produce joy in others, you must be dissociating it in yourself. So back to, if you inspire joy and others react to you with joy, even though you are not experiencing joy yourself, there must be something in you that is capable of producing it. And if we think for a moment, there is no one who has not inspired joy. This faculty for inspiring joy is present in everyone and everything. It's what unites us. So in the presence of others, we can experience joy, or we can see them light up with joy, even if it seems right here there's still some sort of heaviness or blockage. The thing in us that is capable of producing joy, that is what we can focus on. That is what makes us all the same. And all the other stuff, the ego would get very busy attempting to analyze it and categorize it and use it and make plans based on it. But we can ignore everything except for, in this moment, there is something within us all that inspires joy. And it doesn't have to be analyzed or isolated or interpreted. It's just here. It's what we are. Paragraph 2. It seems to you that the Holy Spirit does not produce joy consistently in you, only because you do not consistently arouse joy in others. Their reactions to you are your evaluations of His consistency. When you are inconsistent, you will not always give rise to joy, and so you will not always recognize His consistency. What you offer to your brother, you offer to Him, capital H Him, Holy Spirit, because He cannot go beyond your offering and His giving. This is not because He limits His giving, but simply because you have limited your receiving. The decision to receive is the decision to accept. So going back to, their reactions to you are your evaluations of His consistency. Isn't that amazing to go deep with that? Anyone's reaction to me, it's a reflection of my evaluation. Look how close everything is to us. We think there are separate things coming at us, but they're not separate from us at all. Now, ego would get into, look how close everything is and how connected, and start saying this is blame. If ego got in here and started analyzing, it would say, if we're going to take someone's reaction to you and say it's my evaluation of Holy Spirit's consistency, ego would get in there with blame. But it's a simple cause and effect. And once we're really willing to get into the heart of this simple cause and effect, we get into the heart of what helps us and what helps everybody. And that's a very joyful thing. Beyond all stress and strain and struggle, what helps us right now? So their reactions to you, if you can think of anyone's reaction to you, What is it? Is it a separate thing that comes at you that may be fortunate or unfortunate, that's attached to how good enough that other one is? If they're not good enough, maybe the reaction to you is not going to be good enough. Is that what it is? Or is someone's reaction to me my own evaluation? If I'm going to see people coming to me, some with up reactions, some with down reactions, I've evaluated Holy Spirit is not consistent, inconsistent, because Holy Spirit is present everywhere, in everyone, everything, every situation, every concept, everything. Beyond the surface of what ego would say it means, here's its true meaning. And if I see how consistent that would be, then my experience of people coming to me and reacting, seeming to react, is also going to be joyfully consistent. Does this place pressure on an ego to try to manipulate things so everyone coming to you always has a joyfully consistent reaction? No, not at all. It's not on that level at all. It's not on the manipulation level at all. It's about allowing everyone and everything to present itself in its truest, most simple, most beautiful light. That's true of all of us, and that's it. It's always very simple, and it's never complicated or stressful. Okay, paragraph 3. If your brothers are part of you, will you accept them? Only they can teach you what you are, for your learning is the result of what you taught them. What you call upon in them, you call upon in yourself. And as you call upon it in them, it becomes real to you. God has but one Son, knowing them all as one. Only God himself is more than they, but they are not less than he is. Would you know what this means? If what you do to my brother, Jesus' brother, you do to me, and if you do everything for yourself, because we are part of you, everything we do belongs to you as well. Everyone God created is part of you and shares his, capital H, his glory with you. His glory belongs to him, but it is equally yours. You cannot then be less glorious than he is. Going back to only they, your brothers, can teach you what you are, for your learning is the result of what you taught them. So, why am I here, having time and space repurposed for healing and remembrance? Why am I here with my brothers? Well, my brothers are going to teach me what I am, and it's good news. My brothers, their purpose is to teach me the good news of what I am. And I don't need to bring any interpretation or analysis from the past with me. If I can stay renewed in this interpretation of what my brothers are for, they're here to teach me what I am, the good news of what I am with you and everyone. For your learning is the result of what you taught them. So I'm teaching all of my brothers too. And whatever I teach all of my brothers, whatever I'm giving, is what they teach me, is what I'm receiving. Now to the ego who deals in conflict, this is a threat. Because if you dish it out in aggression, you're going to get it back, right? So we're not going to think of this using thoughts from ego. We're going to think of this using thoughts from what we are together. The simple joy and beauty of what I am, I can teach you. Meaning in my thoughts, are all of my thoughts aligned with the simple joy and beauty of what I am and what you are? And if they're not, I can reorient. And then the mirror, what seems to come back to me from you, is the same. It's a reflection of the simple joy and beauty of our shared being. It's a reflection of sanity. I think we could substitute the word vibe, Whatever vibe you're teaching is the vibe you're taught. And it can be really simple and not at all affected by any thoughts the ego is going to serve up. Okay, paragraph 4. God is more than you, only because he created you. But not even this would he keep from you. Therefore you can create as he did, and your dissociation will not alter this. Neither God's light nor yours is dimmed, because you do not see. Because the sonship must create as one, you remember creation whenever you recognize part of creation. Each part you remember adds to your wholeness, because each part is whole. Wholeness is indivisible, but you cannot learn of your wholeness until you see it everywhere. You can know yourself only as God knows his Son, for knowledge is shared with God. When you awaken him, you will know your magnitude by accepting his limitlessness as yours. But meanwhile, you will judge it as you judge your brothers, and will accept it as you accept his limitlessness. Okay, going back to because the sonship must create as one, we can just sit for a moment and think of creation, joyful, beautiful creation streaming through all of us as one together without defining it. You remember creation whenever you recognize part of creation. So no matter what or whom I seem to be looking at, if I see the light, the simplicity of their being, and I don't allow ego to tell me things, if I just stay tuned into what is the same in me, what is the same in you, the beautiful purity that's present, then I remember creation. Because when I look at a part, I see the whole. WHOLE. And the whole, the wholeness of us is beautiful and can be seen in every part, can be focused upon. So this is what is on offer for us when we look anywhere toward anything, to only want to see wholeness. And if other wants seem to intrude upon the scene there in our mind, there's like a shadow in my mind, and it's okay. I can address that shadow very directly and reorient toward our wholeness. And it is important in my experience still that I stop to address any shadow in my mind directly, to see what thought it is I believed, to bring it up, let it surface, let it come into the light, then set it down, then reorient. And what am I reorienting toward today? Conflicting wishes cannot be my will. So while it's important that I recognize any shadow that seems to be in my mind, any disturbance, and I let it float up, and I recognize it by identifying one thought from the active story in my mind, just one. I don't need more than one. And then I remember conflicting wishes cannot be my will. The divine will that is truly mine is yours and everyone's and everything's. And I can rest in that and see what would come next. See what that would show me. Paragraph 5. You are not yet awake, but you can learn how to awaken. Very simply, the Holy Spirit teaches you to awaken others. As you see them waken, you will learn what waking means. And because you have chosen to wake them, their gratitude and their appreciation of what you have given them will teach you its value. They will become the witnesses to your reality, as you were created witness to God's. Yet when the sonship comes together and accepts its oneness, it will be known by its creations, who witness to its reality, as the Son does to the Father. As you see them waken, you will learn what waking means. So we're here to look around us and see all of our divine siblings wake up. We're here to share awakening. And because you have chosen to wake them, their gratitude and their appreciation of what you have given them will teach you its value. So when we think about the ego thoughts that can capture our attention and letting those surface and thinking about those and then setting those down, what we can turn our attention to is our willingness to see everyone wake up. No matter what else seems to be happening, are we willing to see everyone around us wake up? Are we willing to experience gratitude and appreciation because we gave them what we have? We gave them awakening. Are we willing to see that? And then we will value what is truly valuable, seeing everyone around us wake up. Okay, so paragraph 6. Miracles have no place in eternity because they are reparative. And while you still need healing, your miracles are the only witnesses to your reality that you can recognize. You cannot perform a miracle for yourself, because miracles are a way of giving acceptance and receiving it. In time, the giving comes first, though they are simultaneous in eternity, where they cannot be separated. When you have learned they are the same, the need for time is over. Okay, I paused for a minute, so just going back to, in time the giving comes first, though they are simultaneous in eternity, where they cannot be separated. I think I want to read that paragraph one more time. If I did already read it, I think I did. Let me go one more time. Paragraph 6. Miracles have no place in eternity because they are reparative. Yet while you still need healing, your miracles are the only witnesses to your reality that you can recognize. You cannot perform a miracle for yourself because miracles are a way of giving acceptance and receiving it. In time, the giving comes first, though they are simultaneous in eternity, where they cannot be separated. When you have learned they are the same, the need for time is over. So it seems we give first. We give to all we call other recognition of what they truly are. And they aren't truly anything the ego would suggest that they are. So we give to them all that we are because we're the same. We join. We see that we're joined. We become miracle-minded, and we would give them everything. Mind to mind, and then that might inspire speech and action too. But first, there's the mind training, the focus of the mind. Seeing as miracles as the solution to every problem. So in time, it seems we give first, then we receive. It's like the waves. You know, the waves come in, they go out, they come in, they go out. And it keeps coming and going, and it's blessing, you know. Giving blessing, receiving blessing, giving blessing, receiving blessing. And this is something we become willing to be trained into. And something that's ongoing for us right now. Okay, paragraph 7. Eternity is one time, its only dimension being always. This cannot mean anything to you until you remember God's open arms and finally know His open mind. Like Him, you are always, in His mind and with a mind like His. In your open mind, are your creations, in perfect communication, born of perfect understanding. Could you but accept one of them, you would not want anything the world has to offer. Everything else would be totally meaningless. God's meaning is incomplete without you, and you are incomplete without your creations. Accept your brother in this world, and accept nothing else, for in him you will find your creations, because he created them with you. You will never know that you are co-creator with God until you learn that your brother is co-creator with you. So God has one son or one child, and God gave the power of creation to that one child. And so we all, as divine siblings, brothers and sisters, share that power of creation together. Accept your brother in this world and accept nothing else. For in him you will find your creations, because he created them with you. We're co-creators. And we look within, we look deep within each other. We see where our minds are joined, and Spirit guides us on from there to see what do our true creations look like. Not what we've made to see and experience in this world, but what is our true creation? What have we created in innocence, in unity? And the ego knows nothing about this. The ego's function is to cover all of that up and take our attention away from it. But if we learn how to accept all of our brothers in this world without exception, and to be aware of when the ego is convincing us to enter the illusory state of non-acceptance, that feeling, and to be willing to reorient, then that's our little willingness. And the rest of seeing what is actually here gets taken care of for us together. Okay. So that is the acceptance of your brother. Thank you.